feel a creeping, shrinking sensation when you stand before the serpents in the zoo and see the slithery, gliding, venomous creatures with their deadly eyes and wicked, flattened faces? Well, that's how he impresses me. I have had to do with 50 murderers in my career, but none of them gave me the same feeling of revulsion. Heaven help the man, and still more the woman, whose secret and reputation come into the power of Milverton.
Hello, that was a some people have asked me, they've said, what's with the Milverton 68? Well, let me tell you, I am a fan. I think that's I don't know where, when one's talking about Sherlock Holmes, one should say one's a fan, but I love Sherlock Holmes. The first books I ever read, that I wanted to, because obviously I read a lot of books, but that was because the school I was at was telling me to read them. But the ones that I actually used to sneak off to read in my own time and enjoyed were Sherlock Holmes books. And one of my favourite stories is from the series of short stories, The Return of Sherlock Holmes, and it's Charles Augustus Milverton. It was made for television under the title of The Master Blackmailer. Very good, and they added some stuff to the story. My favourite Sherlock Holmes, has to be said, other than obviously the books are my favourite Sherlock Holmes, but if the interpretations of Sherlock Holmes are the radio plays with Clive Merrison as Sherlock Holmes. Strangely enough, he played one of the brothers in Sign of Four. But that aside, very good. I've been out this afternoon with my dear friend Professor Paul Furtwanger. We've been discussing, we're going to be making a Christmas. I'm spending Christmas this year. My mother, my dear elderly mother, is moving into a, what would be this, I don't know, not an old people's home, but she's moving into a kind of like a sheltered flat, because she's 76 and she's getting on a bit, and you know, all the rest of it. But anyway, so I'm not going home for Christmas, which is not a first, but it's something different. So I'm going to spend it in Bournemouth, and with my good, as I've said, with my good friend Professor Paul Furtwanger. This video, you may notice I'm not smoking a pipe. Excuse me. We've been drinking. They've got a beer festival on the place we go to at the moment, and it's very good. And we've enjoyed this afternoon a Belgian beer, and sadly it's so strong I've forgotten what it's called. And they'd only serve it to you in half pints. It was that strong. It was 8%. You know, to be honest with you, winter warmers I've had in the United Kingdom brewed by our brewing industry have been, you know, Old Roger, I think of, which is about 7.2. But it was quite strong and very nice. But I've had a lot of fun. But anyway, this video is about Snuff. Now, this is not this is not J&H Wilson's SP #1. Or neither is it, you see the little label I stuck on it, it's not de Crozen's Latakia 1860. What I did, because a lot of people, and I've read a lot of things about Asthoroth, and most of it, I have to say, it's been a little postmodern, let's say. uh, you know, but anyway, I've got the last tin that was ever made. But frankly, I went to the shopping Haymarket, and but anyway. But what I've attempted to do is make a simulacrum of that snuff, which was a Latakia base with jasmine. Now, what I've actually ended up doing, it's a simulacrum. It probably, if Asthoroth ever existed, and it was a suggestion, a suggestion by the late great James Robertson Justice, a fine actor. Whether it actually existed, I do not know, but I thought I'd have a go at blending something like that, because I found the Latakia, the AO 1860, I found it a bit much, really. I like Latakia in my pipe, but I didn't like it so much up my hooter. It's a bit, it's, overpowering, to put it mildly. So I thought I'd use that snuff, and I got some jasmine. So I did think about, I looked on the internet for a kind of essence of jasmine and oil of jasmine, but whether that would be, good for one's health, sticking out one's, I thought, well, perhaps not. So what I did was I got some Gareth and Hogarth, jasmine snuff, and I added it to the Latakia and then left it for several days to mix itself together. I have to say, I don't really go for scented snuffs too much. I have the occasional pinch of J.R. Justice, which is quite a strong perfume, but I find them a bit too, a bit overpowering, really. The jasmine in the Gareth and Hogarth, it's taken the edge, if you like, off of the Latakia, and it's actually very pleasant. I shared my blending with the good professor, and he rather liked it. I just a snuff note. Obviously, when you take snuff, you do get a little bit around your nose. The handkerchief is more for dusting the hooter. The hooter being the technical name for the nose, of course. Dusting the nose than blowing into it. Eventually, what goes up must come down, but if you're going to get the full benefit of the nicotine and so on in your snuff, it's best just to take a modest pinch and inhale it and leave it up there for as long as you possibly can. Yeah, so there we go. A few explanatory remarks about Milverton. I hope you'll all read the story Charles Augustus Milverton. It's one of the better ones. I rather enjoy it. It's Milverton. The Paget illustrations are fantastic. It's rather weaselly little fat man with little round glasses. The Paget illustrations are excellent. The story's rather good. He gets his comeuppance. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Never mind. But they always do, don't they? So. But anyway, there's my little attempt at Asthoroth, and I would, a little Latakia snuff. Frederick Tranter's make a Latakia snuff. I've not tried it yet. I'm supposed to be going, because I've not been well, I haven't gone to Tranter's yet. I will be, before, man, you will get that Regency snuff, don't worry. But De Cranzy, they make a Latakia snuff. It's quite expensive for snuff goes, to be honest with you. 25 grams is nearly a fiver. That's a lot for snuff. To be honest with you, you know, you might want to try it, but it's a lot. If you can get a smaller quantity, because it's not actually, I don't think it's that nice, but there we go. Anyway, cheers, and see you soon.